The definition of feminism across the board is the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to acknowledge your privilege first. If people could hear that about themselves and not be defensive, I think that we could probably push the needle forward a lot faster. As a woman, I'm not sure that I'm concerned whether or not you want to join as a man.
Is that not part of the issue?
But that's segregating that's segregating genders. If you're saying that you don't care about my opinion as a man, that goes against everything the feminist movement goes.
I don't care about reshaping and forming my feminism in a way that is digestible for you as a man.
Why should your right to freedom of speech trump a trans person's right not to be offended?
Because in order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me in the pursuit of truth. Why should you have the right to do that? It's been rather uncomfortable.
So you haven't sat there and I'm just trying to work that out. I mean,
Ha, gotcha.
you have got me. I'm trying to work that through in my head. Yeah, it took a while.
It did, yeah.
It took a while.
Power to the women! No more violence against women! Power to the women! No more violence against women! I support it.
20 years.
No, but I'm all up for that. Non-violence against women. I'm not violent. Whoa. I'm not violent. No. I'm supporting everything you guys do. It's excellent. Power to the women! No more. Oh my days. Hey, relax. I'm totally with everything you do. I'm with everything you do. Don't be, you're giving all the feminists a bad name. Relax. Whoa, relax yourself. Relax. You're giving all these people a bad name now. Be the feminist. I'm supporting it. Power to the women. No more violence. Stop shouting at me. Just enjoy the thing. Don't be making it all aggressive. I'm a man. I support it. How much? Why did you step on my primaries? What's wrong with you? Move back now. Give it up. Don't be so angry. Bloody feminists. Give it up. Don't be so aggressive. Exactly. You're so aggressive. Relax. I'm supporting this. Stop shouting in my face. I'm supporting this. Shut up. Relax. Shut up. What the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why did she do that? Fucking women power. I'm not. That's ridiculous. Oh my God, women power. How's about some potty power? Silly woman. What's wrong with you?
This book is about me sort of noticing that women are always called crazy, psycho, psychopath, psycho bitch, you know, like, oh, she's insane. We always write off women as crazy. Yeah. We came out of this show last night, this like girls' night in show, and everybody was feeling great. We walk outside and this like dude walks up, he's like, anybody got a lighter? You're walking into a group of 5 girls having a lively conversation. You put yourself in the middle. And I walked away, I go, ew, I'm not doing that. And he like started chirping at me. What's your problem? Who has a lighter? And my fucking dumb friends were like, I think I do, sir. And I'm like, this is not the time to demonstrate how compassionate you are. Fuck, don't give him a lighter. Like, there's no reason to go anywhere else. You're obviously a crazy person.
But that's another instance where a guy will do that because he's bigger. Because he can get away with it. A guy's not going to do that to a group of guys.
Crazy, psycho, psychopath, psycho bitch.
Natural to breastfeed. How did the species get to where it is now? Like, why didn't we die out several millennia ago?
I think we found other ways, like formula, to feed the babies. So, years ago,
like during the medieval period, like, where did you get the Similac then?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not quite sure. But this breastfeeding phenomenon has been going on for the last 10 years. But before that, our mothers weren't all exactly into breastfeeding. You had the feminism, the revolution, the 70s. Women did not breastfeed like they do nowadays. So breastfeeding has not always been the answer.
Feminists, as usual, are helping to obscure biological realities because they don't like them. And that's an attack on science, and I'm against that.
It's a study that's just saying it's inappropriate to say that breast milk is the only natural way to feed a child. A man could naturally feed a child in other ways.
Well, actually, a man can't naturally feed a child. A man can't produce formula.
I mean, baby, and naturally give it formula. Natural. It's natural. Loving is natural.
Can you just take 3 steps back?
As an entertainment reporter for over a decade, it was unlike anything I truly have ever experienced. One of those comments was caught on tape. In this comment that's on tape, he says to me, "Boy, do I wish I was there," while looking me up and down. I was 6 months pregnant at the time, and his co-stars Alan Arkin and Michael Caine were seated on either side of him and actually looked at him when he made this comment to me. Again, it was caught on tape, and take a note of Freeman's eyes in this clip.
One time I congratulated the woman on being pregnant and she wasn't. And so I've never done it again. For 50 years I've never done it.
You've learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson.
Boy, do I wish I was there.
This movie is... As you see, that was quick right there, but there were other comments made to me by Freeman before and after this one, but they were not...
Cassie's in Australia to promote her documentary, and she joins us now. Kathy, thanks very much for joining us on the show. I think it's fair to say it's been something of a hostile reception to the documentary in Australia. Has it been uniquely so?
It has been uniquely so. In the rest of the world, we've actually had great reception to the film. Just 2 weeks ago, I won the Women in Film Award in Los Angeles, which the Women in Film organization is trying to get more female filmmakers and writers and producers behind the camera. We've had a lot of success in other countries, so Australia is really the only place that we've had protests and petitions and bannings like this.
Do you have an understanding as to why those protests are there?
I do not. This is my first time visiting Australia. I'm curious what is different about Australia that makes this topic so polarizing and so fearful to people that they actually want to shut it down and silence it and pull it from theaters. I'm not sure why there's so much resistance in Australia.
Cassie, I think it could be to do with the fact that a couple of years ago, our Australian of the Year was a mum who lost her only son at the hands of his father in a domestic violence incident. One woman is killed every week at the hands of domestic violence. It's really on the agenda here in Australia. It's not tolerated, and we're really trying to move forward and get it on a path where women aren't dying. I think that is why your film has hit a nerve.
And it was his son that passed?
It was her son who was killed by his father.
I didn't know about that, but that is interesting because it shows that there are male victims of domestic violence.
Sorry, that's the lesson you took from that?
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man, and do I get to choose what I do with my body?
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job.
And you see the speeches, and I'm always struck by the fact that, you know, women accept awards and the first thing they do quite often is apologise. They apologise for not being funny, they apologise for not being articulate, they apologise for, you know, this isn't going to be a good speech. I wonder what you make of that. How did we get to that place?
I think because so many people hate women. There's so much anger toward women.
Wrote on Instagram that Brewer ran up to her, tried to take a picture with her, and that he would not take no for an answer.
When she came back up to me, kind of like at the end of it, she had ran back up to me and she had took a picture of me, and that's how you got a thumbs up. Yeah. And I was like, you know, I don't care. And she was like, well, I have 4 million followers and I'm going to have them bash you.
And that's exactly what happened. In the day since that picture was posted, article after article has been posted calling Brewer everything from an idiot to a persistent jerk. But Brewer says it didn't happen that way, and he has proof.
Sorry.
Brewer says it proves it did not play out the way Schumer said it did.
And I did it in a non-threatening way. She said I got up in her face, and it was completely different from the video.
Brewer says Schumer only made things worse after that video was taken. He thought she was coming back to apologize, but instead, he says she took the picture and personally insulted him.